Welcome to the Reseller Nation Network, where hustlers and dreamers unite to ignite fires that build empires. This channel is your daily destination for unlocking powerful strategies, guides, and essential tools to turn ambition into achievement. Hosted by the dynamic duo, Dream King, the King Dreamer, and Hustle Queen, the Queen Hustler.
Welcome to the Reseller Revolution podcast of the Reseller Nation Network, where hustlers and dreamers unite to ignite fires that build empires. I'm Dream King, the King Dreamer.
And I'm Hustle Queen, the Queen Hustler.
And today we pull out the old toy collection to sell on the Ozone Toys App.
So check this out, guys. If you've got toys or collectibles sitting around, you're in the right place. Because today we're talking about a platform that's changing the game, Ozone Toys.
That's right. Today's episode is all about how you can use Ozone Toys to simplify your reselling journey. We're diving into what makes this app unique, why it's perfect for toy sellers, and how you can turn those forgotten treasures into cash fast.
Here's the deal. We know the reselling world can feel overwhelming. You've got platforms like eBay and Facebook Marketplace, where you're dealing with buyers, fees, and a ton of competition. But what if there was a simpler way? A way to sell your toys directly to one buyer and skip all the hassle? That's where Ozone Toys comes in.
Exactly. This app is a one-stop shop. No haggling, no auctions, no waiting weeks to get paid. You just scan, ship, and get paid. It's as simple as that.
And over the course of this episode, we're breaking it all down for you. Here's what's coming up. We're going to take a look at the reselling market and why toys are one of the hottest niches out there. Then, we'll dive into how Ozone Toys works and why their single-buyer model makes reselling easier than ever. After that, we'll cover the step-by-step process of using the app and give you insider tips for maximizing your profits.
And of course, we've got some success stories to share, real people who've used Ozone Toys to make big moves. Plus, we'll answer your questions and share some of the best tools, apps, and tricks to help you scale your reselling hustle.
So if you've got a box of toys sitting in the attic, or you're ready to take your reselling business to the next level, stick with us. By the end of this episode, you'll have everything you need to start selling with confidence.
All right, let's get into it. Coming up next, we're breaking down the reselling market and why toys are the perfect gateway to flipping success. All right, reseller revolutionaries, let's set the stage. Before we dive into Ozone Toys and how it works, we've got to talk about the bigger picture, the reselling market. Queen, hit them with the facts.
Here's the deal. The reselling market is booming, and toys and collectibles are one of the fastest-growing niches. We're talking about action figures, Funko Pops, Lego sets, vintage toys. These things aren't just for kids anymore. They're big business.
Big facts, Queen. Did you know the toy and collectible market is worth billions? And it's not slowing down. Why? Because nostalgia sells. People are always looking to recapture those childhood memories, and they're willing to pay top dollar to do it.
Exactly. Think about it. How many times have you seen someone freak out over a vintage Star Wars figure or a rare Marvel collectible? People love this stuff, and the demand just keeps growing. That's why toys are such a perfect niche for reselling. The market is hot, and there's plenty of opportunity for everyone.
Let me break it down for you. Toys have a unique advantage in the reselling world. First off, they're collectible. That means certain items hold their value or even increase over time, especially when we're talking about limited editions, vintage items, or toys tied to major franchises like Star Wars, Marvel, or Transformers.
And don't forget about trends. Whenever there's a new blockbuster movie, a hit TV series, or even a nostalgic revival, toys tied to that franchise skyrocket in demand. For example, when The Mandalorian dropped, Baby Yoda toys flew off the shelves, and resellers made a killing flipping them online.
Another reason toys are such a goldmine? They're everywhere. Garage sales, thrift stores, clearance aisles. You don't have to look far to find inventory. And here's the best part. You can often source them for super cheap and flip them for serious profit.
Now, this is where Ozone Toys comes in. Selling toys through traditional platforms like eBay can be overwhelming. You've got to deal with buyers, shipping costs, fees, and the time it takes to list and manage everything. But with Ozone Toys, it's a completely different ball game.
Ozone Toys simplifies the entire process by acting as the one buyer. You're not dealing with multiple buyers or waiting for auctions to end. Instead, you scan your toy, get an instant offer, and ship it out. It's fast, it's easy, and it takes the guesswork out of reselling.
And here's the beauty of it. Ozone Toys knows the market inside and out. They offer fair prices based on current trends, so you don't have to spend hours researching values. It's perfect for beginners who are just starting out and even experienced sellers who want to streamline their business.
So whether you've got a few old toys sitting in the attic or you're ready to start sourcing inventory, the opportunity is there. The toy reselling market is thriving, and Ozone Toys is making it easier than ever to cash in. All you need is the app, a few toys, and a little hustle.
And don't worry if you're new to this. Throughout this episode, we'll walk you through the process step by step, give you tips to maximize your profits, and show you how to turn this into a sustainable side hustle, or even a full-time business.
Coming up next, we're diving into the heart of today's episode, what makes Ozone Toys unique and why it's the perfect platform for toy sellers. Stay tuned, revolutionary, because we're just getting started.
Welcome back, Reseller fam. Now that we've covered the reselling market and why toys are a goldmine, it's time to talk about the star of today's episode, Ozone Toys. If you're ready to simplify your reselling journey, this app is about to become your best friend.
That's right, Queen. Here's the deal. Ozone Toys isn't your typical marketplace like eBay or Facebook. Instead, it's a one-buyer platform, which means you're selling directly to Ozone Toys. They're not connecting you to other buyers, they're the buyer.
And that's a game changer. Think about it. No listing fees, no waiting for auctions to end, no dealing with flaky buyers who back out at the last minute. With Ozone Toys, you scan your item, get an offer, ship it, and get paid. It's as simple as that.
Let's break it down. Ozone Toys operates on a streamlined three-step process: scan, ship, get paid. Here's how it works. Scan. You use the app to scan the barcode of your toy. If the toy doesn't have a barcode, you can manually enter the details and upload photos. The app will give you an instant cash offer based on its market value. Ship. Once you accept the offer, Ozone Toys provides a prepaid shipping label. You pack up your toys, ship them out, and Ozone covers the shipping cost if your total is over $100. Get paid. After they receive and inspect your shipment, you'll get paid within 48 hours. Payment options include PayPal or a check, whichever works best for you.
Here's the beauty of it. The offers are instant and there's no back-and-forth negotiation. Ozone Toys takes care of all the heavy lifting. You don't have to worry about researching prices, finding buyers, or managing the shipping process. It's a one-stop shop.
All right, let's talk about why Ozone Toys is different from traditional reselling platforms. First up, speed. With most platforms, you've got to create detailed listings, wait for buyers, and sometimes negotiate for days or weeks. Ozone Toys cuts all of that out. You get an offer instantly, and payments are processed within 2 days of receiving your items.
Next, let's talk about ease. Selling on platforms like eBay can be a headache. You're dealing with fees, shipping costs, and buyer disputes. Ozone Toys takes care of all of that for you. There are no listing fees, no disputes, and shipping is covered for qualifying orders. You just focus on scanning and shipping.
And let's not forget about trust. Ozone Toys isn't some random buyer on the internet. They're a professional operation. They invest millions of dollars every year buying collections, and they've built a reputation for being reliable, fair, and easy to work with. When you sell to Ozone Toys, you know you're in good hands.
One of the best things about Ozone Toys is that it works for everyone. Whether you're a casual seller trying to declutter your home, or a full-time reseller looking to streamline your business, this platform has something for you.
For the casual seller, it's a no-brainer. If you've got a few old toys sitting in the attic or basement, you can turn them into cash in just a few steps. And for the pros out there, Ozone Toys makes it easy to offload inventory quickly so you can focus on sourcing more.
And because they're the sole buyer, there's no competition. You don't have to worry about pricing wars or your listings getting buried under thousands of others. You scan, ship, and get paid. Simple and stress-free.
Getting started with Ozone Toys is easy. All you need to do is download the app, create an account, and start scanning your toys. And don't worry if you don't have a barcode, just manually input the details, and Ozone will still give you an offer.
And here's a tip for beginners. Start with what you already have. Dig through your closet, attic, or garage. You might be surprised by what's hiding in there. And if you're ready to scale, start sourcing toys from thrift stores, garage sales, or clearance aisles. We'll talk more about that later in the episode.
So now you know what Ozone Toys is and how it works. Coming up next, we'll walk you through the exact steps of using the app, from scanning to shipping to getting paid. Stay tuned, revolutionaries. This is where the magic happens.
Welcome back, Reseller Revolutionaries. Now that you know what Ozone Toys is and how it works, let's make sure you're set up for success. Whether you're clearing out a few toys or turning reselling into a business, this segment is all about laying the groundwork for smooth and profitable sales.
That's right, Queen. If you want to maximize your earnings and avoid hiccups along the way, it all starts with getting your account and set up just right. Let's kick it off with the basics: how to create your account.
The first step is to download the Ozone Toys app. You can find it on the Apple App Store or Google Play. Once you've got it installed, create an account using your email address. And here's a pro tip. Use an email you check regularly because this is where you'll get all your updates, offers, and notifications.
Now, when you're setting up your profile, make sure your payment details are in order. You can choose to get paid via PayPal or by check. Most people prefer PayPal because it's faster, but if you like a physical check, that's an option too. Just make sure you double-check your information before you start selling.
This part's important, y'all. Even though Ozone Toys is a single buyer, the way you present your items still matters. If you're scanning a toy with a barcode, it's straightforward. But if you're manually entering details, you've got to be precise.
When you're entering details, include as much information as possible, things like the toy's name, brand, year of release, and condition. For example, instead of just saying Lego set, say something like Lego Star Wars Millennium Falcon, 2014, complete with manual. Details like that help Ozone Toys give you the best possible offer.
And don't forget to attach clear photos, especially if your toy doesn't have a barcode. Take pictures from multiple angles, show any accessories or packaging, and highlight any flaws. Honesty is key. If there's a scratch or missing part, be upfront about it. It saves time for everyone.
All right, once you've accepted your offers, it's time to pack and ship your toys. This step is critical because the condition of your items when they arrive affects your payout. Queen, give them the rundown.
First, use a sturdy box. Don't just toss your toys into any old thing. Make sure it can handle the trip. Use plenty of bubble wrap or packing paper to keep everything secure, especially if you're shipping fragile or collectible items.
And here's a tip for shipping multiple toys in one box. Keep them separated with dividers or wrap them individually. The last thing you want is for items to get scratched or damaged during transit.
Exactly. Once your items are packed, print the prepaid shipping label provided by Ozone Toys and attach it to the box. If your shipment is worth over $100, the shipping cost is completely covered, so you're not losing money there.
If you're planning to sell consistently, it's a good idea to build a routine. Set aside time each week to scan items, pack shipments, and keep your inventory organized. The more consistent you are, the smoother the process will be.
And don't forget to keep track of your sales. Use a spreadsheet or an app to record what you're selling and how much you're earning. This will help you spot trends and figure out which types of toys are bringing in the most money. If you're new to reselling, start small. Test the waters by scanning a few toys you already have at home. This will help you get familiar with the app and the process without feeling overwhelmed.
And here's another tip: be patient. Not every toy is going to get a high offer, and that's okay. Focus on learning the ropes and building momentum. The more you sell, the better you'll get at spotting valuable items. And here's another tip: be patient. Not every toy is going to get a high offer, and that's okay. Focus on learning the ropes and building momentum. The more you sell, the better you'll get at spotting valuable items.
All right, y'all. Now you're ready to hit the ground running. With your account set up, your toys ready, and your routine in place, you're on the path to reselling success.
Coming up next, we'll walk you through the exact steps of selling with Ozone Toys, from scanning to shipping to getting that cash in your pocket. Stay tuned, revolutionaries. It's about to get real. All right, revolutionaries, it's time to get into the real meat of today's episode, the exact steps of selling with Ozone Toys. This is where you take action and start turning those toys into cash. Let's break it all down.
First things first, grab your phone, open the Ozone Toys app, and start scanning those barcodes. This is the easiest and fastest way to get an offer. The app recognizes the toy, pulls up its details, and gives you an instant cash offer based on current market data.
And if your toy doesn't have a barcode, don't sweat it. You can manually input the details, things like the toy's name, brand, year, and condition. Upload a few clear photos, and you're good to go. The app does the heavy lifting to figure out the value.
Once you've scanned or input your toys, the app will display cash offers for each item. If you like what you see, simply hit accept. These offers are guaranteed as long as your toys match the descriptions you provided. No haggling, no back and forth, just a quick and easy process.
And here's a tip. If you're not happy with the offer for a specific toy, you can always decline and hold on to it for later. Markets change, and some items may increase in value over time.
Now it's time to pack your toys. Use a sturdy box, bubble wrap, and any protective materials. You have to make sure your items arrive in the same condition you described. If you've got multiple items in one shipment, keep them separated to avoid damage.
Ozone Toys provides a prepaid shipping label, so you don't have to worry about calculating costs or dealing with postage. Just print the label, stick it on the box, and you're good to go. And remember, shipping is free if your total offer is over $100.
Once your toys are packed and labeled, drop them off at your nearest shipping location. Make sure to keep your receipt and tracking number just in case you need it later.
Ozone Toys will handle the shipping insurance, so you're covered if anything goes wrong during transit. All you have to do is sit back and let the app do the rest.
Here's the best part, getting paid. Once Ozone Toys receives and inspects your shipment, they'll process your payment within 48 hours. You can choose to get your money through PayPal for instant access, or via check if that's your preference.
And the inspection process is quick. As long as your toys match the condition you described, you'll get exactly what you were offered. It's that easy.
So there you have it. Scan, ship, get paid. 3 simple steps to turning your old toys into cash with zero hassle.
Coming up next, we'll show you how to maximize your profits. Everything from sourcing toys to spotting trends and making sure you get the highest offers for your items. Stay locked in, revolutionaries, because the grind is just getting started. All right, revolutionaries, now that you know the process of using Ozone Toys, let's talk about how to squeeze the most profit out of every single transaction. Whether you're selling one toy or building a business, these tips will help you maximize your cash flow.
The first rule of reselling is simple: buy low, sell high. Start looking for toys at places where you can snag deals like garage sales, thrift stores, and clearance sections at big box retailers. These spots are gold mines for underpriced collectibles.
And don't forget about online sources. Check local Facebook Marketplace listings or Craigslist for people selling bulk toy lots. Sometimes they just want to declutter, and you can walk away with hidden gems.
Not all toys are created equal. To get the best offers, focus on high-demand items. Think vintage Star Wars figures, limited edition Funko Pops, or Lego sets tied to popular franchises. If it's tied to a nostalgic memory or a big movie release, it's probably worth more.
Another trick is to stay ahead of trends. If you know a new Marvel movie or Star Wars show is dropping, start scanning related toys. Demand spikes for these items when they're back in the public eye.
If you've got loose toys that aren't worth much individually, consider bundling them together. For example, group 5 action figures from the same franchise into one lot. Bundling can increase your overall offer and make items more appealing.
And don't forget to include accessories whenever possible. If you've got the original weapon, stand, or vehicle that goes with a figure, pair them up. Completeness adds value.
Before you scan or ship your toys, make sure they look their best. Clean off any dust, wipe down surfaces, and make sure the item is presentable. For used toys, a quick cleaning can make a big difference in the offer you receive.
And for toys with packaging, double-check that the box is in good condition. Even small improvements, like wiping off fingerprints or smoothing out creases, can help increase the value.
Timing your sales can make or break your profits. The holidays, for example, are peak toy buying season. Start scanning and shipping your items early in Q4 to take advantage of the surge in demand.
And don't forget seasonal spikes tied to pop culture. If a major franchise like Star Wars or Harry Potter is back in the spotlight, related toys will see a boost in value. Ride the wave when you can.
Use your profits to reinvest in higher value inventory. Start small, but as you learn the market, look for toys or collections with bigger profit margins. Build your business piece by piece.
And keep your inventory organized. Use bins, shelves, or labels to keep track of what you've scanned, shipped, or sold. Staying organized means fewer mistakes and smoother operations.
There you have it, 6 ways to maximize your profits with Ozone Toys. It's all about working smarter, not harder, and taking advantage of every opportunity to level up your reselling game.
Coming up next, we'll dive into the advantages of Ozone Toys' single buyer model and why it's the perfect platform for sellers at every level. Stay tuned, revolutionaries. All right, revolutionaries, let's talk about why Ozone Toys stands out from the crowd. In the reselling world, most platforms connect you to multiple buyers, which can be great, but it can also be a huge hassle. That's where Ozone Toys' single buyer model shines. Queen, let's break it down for them.
One of the biggest advantages of Ozone Toys is that you don't have to compete with other sellers. On platforms like eBay, your listing could be buried under hundreds of similar items. You've got to worry about pricing wars, promotions, and whether your listing even gets noticed.
But with Ozone Toys, there's no competition. They're the sole buyer, so you don't have to stress about standing out or undercutting someone else. You scan your toy, and if they're interested, you get an offer. No games, no gimmicks.
Another huge win? You don't have to haggle or wait for auctions to end. On marketplaces, buyers can take forever to commit, or worse, back out at the last minute. Ozone Toys guarantees their offers. Once you accept, it's locked in as long as your toy matches the description.
And that simplicity extends to the entire process. You don't need to worry about crafting the perfect listing or spending hours researching market values. The app takes care of the pricing for you, giving you an instant offer based on their deep knowledge of the market.
Let's be real, time is money. Creating listings, responding to buyer questions, and managing disputes on other platforms can take hours of your time. With Ozone Toys, you skip all of that. You scan, ship, and move on. It's fast, efficient, and lets you focus on sourcing more inventory or simply enjoying your day.
Exactly, Queen. And since Ozone Toys provides prepaid shipping labels and covers insurance, you're not spending extra time calculating shipping costs or standing in long lines at the post office. It's all streamlined for you.
Another reason the single buyer model works so well is that it's great for everyone. If you're a casual seller, you don't need to stress about learning the ins and outs of traditional platforms. You can sell a few toys here and there with no hassle.
And if you're a full-time reseller, Ozone Toys is the perfect solution for offloading inventory quickly, especially if you're managing a large collection. It's a great way to turn over stock without tying up your time.
Ozone Toys also stands out because of its transparency. The offers are upfront, and there are no hidden fees. You know exactly how much you'll get before you ship your items.
And reliability is huge in the reselling world. Ozone Toys has built a solid reputation for being fair and fast. Sellers know they can count on getting paid within 48 hours of their items being inspected. That's the kind of consistency you want when running a reselling hustle.
So whether you're just clearing out old toys or scaling a reselling empire, Ozone Toys' single buyer model takes the stress out of the equation. It's reliable, it's simple, and it's designed to make your life easier.
Coming up next, we'll tackle the common pitfalls and mistakes sellers make, and how to avoid them. If you want to sidestep the learning curve and sell like a pro from day one, you don't want to miss this next segment. Welcome back, revolutionaries. Now we've covered a lot of ground so far, but let's keep it real. Every seller runs into bumps in the road. This segment is all about the most common pitfalls when selling on Ozone Toys and, more importantly, how to avoid them so you can keep your profits rolling in.
This is a big one. When you're selling toys, it's easy to think, this looks pretty good. But remember, Ozone Toys bases their offers on the actual condition of the item. If you overestimate and send a toy that doesn't match your description, your offer could be reduced or rejected.
Exactly. Be honest and thorough when describing your toys. If there's a scratch, a missing accessory, or damage to the packaging, call it out. It's always better to set realistic expectations up front than to deal with surprises later.
Listen up, y'all. How you pack your toys matters. If your items get damaged during shipping because of poor packing, you're not going to get the full payout. Don't skimp on bubble wrap or sturdy boxes. Treat every shipment like it's a collector's item, because to Ozone Toys it is.
And don't forget, secure that shipping label. A lot of sellers forget to properly tape it down or put it on a smooth surface, which can delay delivery or mess with tracking. Double-check everything before dropping it off.
When you accept an offer, Ozone Toys expects you to ship your items within the specified time frame. If you wait too long, your offer might expire, or worse, you could miss your chance to sell entirely.
Speed is key here. Once you get that prepaid shipping label, make it a priority to pack your toys and send them out. Fast shipping equals fast payment, and that's what we're all about.
Here's a pro tip. Always double-check your toys for missing parts or accessories before scanning them. A figure without its weapon or a Lego set missing a piece can drastically lower the offer you receive.
And if you've got spare parts or pieces lying around, match them up with the toys they belong to. Completing a set can mean the difference between a low offer and a big payout.
Timing can make or break your profits. If you're selling toys tied to a franchise or a movie, like Marvel or Star Wars, try to sell during peak demand, like when a new film or series drops. Misjudging market trends can leave money on the table.
And don't forget about seasonal trends. Toys always spike in demand during the holidays, so plan ahead and start scanning and shipping early to catch the rush.
While Ozone Toys does most of the work for you, it's still smart to do a little research on your toys. Knowing what's valuable and in demand can help you prioritize what to sell and what to hold on to.
Spend a little time checking collector forums or resale trends. It's not about spending hours, it's about making smarter decisions on what to scan and ship.
So there you have it, 6 common pitfalls and how to avoid them. If you can dodge these mistakes, you'll make your reselling experience smoother, faster, and way more profitable.
And remember, revolutionaries, every mistake is a chance to learn. Keep leveling up, keep refining your process, and before you know it, you'll be selling like a pro. Coming up next, we're sharing real success stories from sellers who've turned their toys into serious cash using Ozone Toys. Stay locked in, it's about to get inspiring.
All right, reseller revolutionaries, it's time to get inspired. We've covered the process, the pitfalls, and the strategies, but nothing motivates like hearing about real people who've used Ozone Toys to make serious moves. Let's dive into some success stories to show you what's possible.
First up, let me tell you about Mike. Mike was a casual Star Wars collector. He wasn't in it for the money, just for the love of the franchise. Over the years, he'd built up a small collection of action figures, many of which were still in great condition. But life happened, and those toys ended up gathering dust in his garage.
One day, Mike decided to give Ozone Toys a try. He scanned about 15 of his Star Wars figures, and within minutes, he had offers totaling over $800. That's right, $800 for toys he hadn't even thought about in years.
And here's the kicker. The process was so smooth that Mike decided to keep going. He started sourcing toys at local garage sales, scanning them on the spot, and flipping them to Ozone Toys for a profit. What started as a one-time declutter turned into a side hustle that brings in an extra $500 a month.
Next up is Lisa, a mom of 3 who needed to clear out her kids' old toys. She had bins of Legos, Marvel action figures, and random collectibles that her kids had outgrown. Most of them were loose, no boxes, no instructions, and she thought they wouldn't be worth much.
But Lisa decided to scan them anyway just to see. She grouped the Legos into bundles, scanned a few Marvel figures, and uploaded details for the loose items. To her surprise, Ozone Toys offered her $450 for the lot.
Lisa packed everything up, shipped it off using the prepaid label, and had the money in her account within a week. For Lisa, it wasn't just about the cash. It was about getting her space back and turning clutter into something useful.
And then there's Dave. Now, Dave is on another level. He's a hardcore collector who specializes in vintage toys. One of his prized possessions was an original Transformers G1 Optimus Prime figure from the 1980s. He'd been holding on to it for years, waiting for the right time to sell.
When Dave scanned the figure, Ozone Toys offered him $1,200. Let me say that again, $1,200 for a single toy. He accepted the offer, shipped it out, and reinvested that money into more collectibles. For Dave, Ozone Toys wasn't just a platform. It was a way to scale his reselling business. And finally, we've got Sarah, a college student who stumbled onto Ozone Toys by accident. She had a collection of Funko Pops that she didn't care about anymore, so she decided to scan them. Some were exclusives, some were commons, but after scanning about 25 pops, Sarah received offers totaling over $1,000.
For Sarah, this was life-changing. She used that money to pay for textbooks and groceries, all from toys she wasn't even using. It goes to show that Ozone Toys works for anyone, whether you're flipping for fun, for profit, or just to make ends meet.
These stories prove one thing: the Ozone Toys app works. Whether you're clearing out old toys, building a side hustle, or scaling a business, the opportunity is there. You just have to take it.
And remember, revolutionaries, these sellers weren't experts or reselling pros when they started. They were just like you, people with toys and a goal. If they can do it, so can you. All right, revolutionaries, it's time for one of our favorite parts of the show, the Q&A session. This is where we tackle your burning questions about Ozone Toys, reselling, and anything else you've been curious about. Queen, what's our first question?
Great question. If your toy doesn't have a barcode, maybe it's vintage, or the packaging is long gone, you can still sell it. Just manually enter the toy's details into the Ozone Toys app. Include as much information as you can, like the name, brand, series, and year it was released.
And don't forget to attach clear photos. Take pictures from multiple angles and highlight any unique features. This helps Ozone Toys identify the item and give you an accurate offer.
Ozone Toys uses a combination of market data and historical pricing trends to calculate offers. They're looking at things like current demand, condition, and completeness of the toy. For example, a mint condition action figure with all its accessories will fetch a higher price than a loose one with missing parts.
And since Ozone Toys is the buyer, their offers reflect what they're willing to pay up front. No waiting for auctions or negotiating with multiple buyers. It's quick, it's transparent, and it saves you time.
If your toy doesn't match the description you provided, like if it's in worse condition than expected, Ozone Toys might reject it. In that case, they'll let you know and offer to send it back to you. Just keep in mind that return shipping may come out of your pocket.
The key here is honesty. Be upfront about the condition of your toys when you're entering the details. If you're not sure, it's always better to err on the side of caution.
Once Ozone Toys receives and inspects your shipment, payments are processed within 48 hours. You can choose to get paid via PayPal for instant access to your money, or by check if you prefer a physical payment.
And because the inspection process is fast, you don't have to wait weeks like you might with other platforms. It's quick and reliable, which is why so many sellers love using Ozone Toys.
Ozone Toys covers shipping insurance, so you're protected if something goes wrong during transit. Just make sure you use the prepaid shipping label they provide, and keep your tracking number handy.
And here's a pro tip. Take a photo of your package before shipping. This gives you a record of how it was packed, and can be helpful if you ever need to file a claim.
Absolutely. Ozone Toys is equipped to handle bulk shipments, so if you've got a large collection to sell, you're in luck. Just scan everything into the app, accept the offers, and pack it all up securely.
And if you're shipping multiple boxes, reach out to their support team. They can help coordinate and ensure everything goes smoothly.
These are some of the most common questions we hear, but if there's something we didn't cover, don't hesitate to reach out to us or to Ozone Toys directly. The more you know, the better prepared you'll be.
Coming up next, we're sharing some of our favorite tools, apps, and tricks to help you stay ahead in the reselling game. If you're ready to streamline your hustle and take it to the next level, stick around.
All right, revolutionaries, we've made it to the final segment of today's episode, and this one is packed with value. We're giving you the best tools, apps, sites, and tips to level up your reselling game and streamline your hustle.
But first, a huge shout out to today's sponsor, Infinia Academy. If you're serious about taking your hustle to the next level, Infinia Academy is your go-to destination for learning the strategies and skills you need to succeed. From reselling hacks to scaling your business, they've got you covered with courses designed for real-world results.
Exactly, King. Big thanks to Infinia Academy for powering this episode of Reseller Revolution. Now let's dive into some of our favorite resources to help you crush it in the reselling game. First up, let's talk apps. Obviously, you'll need the Ozone Toys app. It's perfect for scanning, shipping, and getting paid without the hassle of dealing with multiple buyers.
Other great apps. If you're diversifying platforms, you'll want to check out eBay for auctions and Facebook Marketplace for local deals. And for pricing research, download Price Charting. It's a must-have for collectibles like action figures and games.
Now for websites. Bookmark Pop Price Guide if you're into Funko Pops. It's like the stock market for pops. And if you're sourcing toys, keep an eye on clearance sections of big retailers like Walmart, Target, and Amazon.
Don't sleep on collector forums and Reddit groups like our /toy collectors and our /action figures. These communities are gold mines for market trends, sourcing tips, and networking with other sellers.
Let's talk tools. You'll need quality packing materials, bubble wrap, sturdy boxes, and packing tape. And if you're shipping a lot, a label printer like the DYMO label writer can save you time and frustration.
Don't forget about spreadsheets or inventory management apps like Airtable to track what you're selling. Staying organized is key to scaling your reselling hustle.
Here's a quick trick for sourcing inventory. Visit thrift stores and flea markets on weekdays when competition is lower. And if you're shopping retail, always check the clearance aisle first. You never know what gems you'll find.
And another pro tip, when shipping toys, always take photos of your packed boxes before you seal them. It's a simple way to protect yourself if anything gets lost or damaged in transit.
So there you have it, our favorite apps, sites, tools, and tricks to help you dominate the reselling game. Whether you're just starting out or you're looking to scale, these resources will keep you ahead of the curve.
And don't forget to check out our sponsor, Infinia Academy. They've got the tools and knowledge you need to turn your hustle into a full-blown empire. Head over to their site and start investing in yourself today.
That's it for today's episode, Reseller Nation. We hope you're leaving with the tools, tips, and inspiration to get out there and start selling. Remember, it's all about taking that first step.
Don't forget to subscribe to the Reseller Nation Network. Hit the bell icon for new Reseller Revolution episodes as they're released. Hit the like button and drop a comment or a question. Until next time, keep dreaming big.
And hustling smart.
And remember, fam,
It's all money.